Hello and welcome to part 4 of the 5-part series for mastering the bass drum. In part 4 we're going to be talking about timing, how to play 2s, 3s, and 4s, and how to split and get better at splitting. To understand timing while playing the bass drum, you really have to understand rhythm and how music is broken up into different subdivisions: quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes, and 32nd notes. So I'm going to turn on a metronome in a second, and I'm going to teach you guys how to listen to the metronome and hear 16th notes, eighth notes, and quarter notes, and how to play within those subdivisions. As you can hear with the metronome, the higher pitch beat is the downbeat, and the softer pitch beat is the eighth note. And you would count it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. There are 8 counts in a single measure. So if you were going to play on the downbeat, you would play it like this. But you would need to subdivide all 8 counts. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Right? But if you were going to play, let's say, the and beats or the up beats, like maybe bass drum 2 would play in a bass drum line, you would have to count it and think about the and beats. Like that. Okay, one more time. For the next part of the video, I'm going to teach you guys how to play 2s, 3s, and 4s on the bass drum. 16th notes, 24th notes, and 32nd notes respectively. So I'm going to teach you guys what I mean by 2s, 3s, and 4s. For 2s, you're playing 2 notes, either right-right, left-left, or right-left within one subdivision. For 3, you're going to be playing right-left-right, left-right-left, or some combination. And for 4, you're going to be playing 4 notes within a subdivision. So let's say you have the metronome on 100, about that fast, and that's the quarter note, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the eighth notes would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? So for a 2, you're going to be playing right-left, left-right, or a combination of that within the eighth note. So 1 and. You're going to be playing 2 notes within that. Right? For a 3, you'd be playing 3 notes within that space. And then for a 4, within that space, you're going to be playing 4 notes. Now with the metronome on, you can tell what I was talking about earlier, where you can hear the eighth note subdivision. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So within one of those subdivisions, 1 and, you would need to play 2, 3, or 4 notes, respectively. So like so. Right? 2s, 3s, and 4s within one subdivision. A good way to practice that is to actually add an extra note on the next subdivision. So 1 and, ending the extra note on the and beat. So for a 2, you'd actually play 3 notes like this. Right? And so you're understanding how fast your hands have to move to play a perfectly rounded 2. Right? And then you can play that third note on the rim, or taking it out and airing it. And then once you get comfortable with that, you just take out that third note altogether. And you have a perfectly well-rounded 2. And you can do the same thing with 3 and 4 notes. That's the same thing with 3. And now with 4 notes. And you can do that with any kind of tempo. Just have the metronome going with eighth note subdivisions and add the extra note at the end. Get comfortable with the hand speed, and then you take out the last note. And that's how you perfect 2, 3s, and 4s. For the last part of the video, I've asked my friend and colleague and master bass drummer, Darby Garrison, to join me. And for this part, I'm going to teach you guys how to play in time on the bass drum, because when you're having to play upbeats and when you're having to play on odd rhythms, kind of like 5/8 or triplets and having to split those, how do you play those in time? And one of the easiest ways to do it is to actually prep the note, actually moving the stick and moving and twisting your forearm on the beats prior to it. So I have the metronome going with 8th notes, and as you can hear, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. If I was going to play on the and of 4, I would prep the stick on 4, right? So it'd be like this: 1, 2, 3, prep and. Okay, again, 1, 2, 3, prep and. Okay, just like that. And we're going to give you some examples here right now on what that would sound like. So I'm going to play 4 quarter notes, and then he's going to play the 8th notes, upbeats. And as you can see, he's going to prep on all the quarter notes to play the 8th note and beats. So in this case, I've sped up the metronome to 144 so you can have a larger understanding of how to prep for 8th notes and stuff like that. And then I'm going to be playing the 8th notes, and he's going to be playing the 16th notes. Okay, you're not going to hear that on the metronome, but I'm just going to show you guys that sometimes when the tempo speeds up and you're having to split really fast stuff, sometimes you can't be thinking 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and kind of feeling like that. You actually have to feel it. And once you get a better understanding of rhythm, you'll be better at that. So I'm going to be playing the quarter notes, and he's going to be playing the 8th notes like we did earlier. Alright, so now I'm going to be playing the 8th notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and he's going to be picking up the 16th notes. So for this, you can't really be thinking E1 like that. All right, you just gotta have to feel it, and you have to be consistent. Okay, so I'm gonna play 8th notes, and he's gonna pick up the E's and the U's. Okay, so you're kind of getting the understanding of it. All right, thanks again for watching this video and for watching the whole series. I really appreciate it. And please share it with somebody you know, and I hope you learned something. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to play a little excerpt from our show in 2015. And we only have 2 drums here, so you're only going to hear 2 parts, but it's a really cool bass drum solo that we had. So hope you enjoy. Thanks.